All right, everybody, Sylvia here, and I am coming to you from the Paul Bunyan Trail in Minnesota. Today, before I go on a ride, I want to do a very special video to wish my trike, Myrtle the Turtle, a happy 10th birthday. Myrtle the Turtle is turning 10 this year, and I thought I would do a video walking around showing you guys how I have it customized, some things that I really like, and definitely one thing that I don't like, and talk about how is the old girl holding up. Come on, Myrtle, let's go. All right, you guys, so I bought my trike 10 years ago. I never expected to have a trike for this long. This is my trike, and I've made a lot of changes over the years. So when I first bought this trike, I had 3 chain rings in the front, probably a 10-speed cassette with the derailleur system in the back. And one of the biggest changes that I have made to this trike is I added a roll-off speed hub. And what I really love is just the simplicity of having a single chain ring in the front and just one shifter. Now this roll-off speed hub only has 14 gears, and I think I went from 3 chain rings, a 10-speed cassette with a SRAM hub, so it had 3 internal gears. I had at least 80 gears, and now I only have 14, and I was a little bit worried. I had this installed just before my tour in Colombia that maybe it would not be sufficient. I had to get up and over mountains that were 14,000 feet. And 14 gears, turns out it's plenty. I love the way these gears are spaced. I'm always in the right gear. Some of the real benefits to having a internally geared hub are, 1, you never have to do any adjustments. Your gears are always in alignment, and especially with a 20-inch rear wheel, the derailleur will be like right down to this white line. Maybe there's an inch of clearance between the ground and your derailleur, and now you can see I've just got a lot of room. This is particularly important with a 20-inch rear wheel. With a 26-inch rear wheel, you're going to be much higher. The other thing that's really great about internal hubs is you can switch the gears whenever you want. So let's say I come to a stop and I'm in a gear that's too high. This is the shifter, I can just change it. Go into a lower gear. Be ready to scoot across the road. When I first got my roll-off, it was on a vertical handle and it was much more difficult. And now with this horizontal handle, I have a lot more leverage. So one of the latest changes that I have made is I have a motor. I had an electric assist added to my trike. This is the Shimano Steps E8000, and I can tell you that I came to electric assist very reluctantly. I've been riding a trike for probably 13 years when I had this installed. I've always been able to get where I'm going. Why did I need electric assist? And luckily for me, HP Velotechnik offered me this Shimano Steps E8000. I said yes, recumbent PDX, installed it. My buddy Paul, who does so much for me, did a great job. So this is the Shimano Steps E8000. It is spec warranted and designed by HP Velotechnik, and you can see that it is welded to the boom. So you take out the boom with the 3 chain rings and put this one in. You can have probably more than 1 chain ring, but it works really well with the roll-off. So this motor has 250 watts. I think it's one of the smallest motors you can get. It is designed for the European market, and they have really strict regulations. I think that is the biggest motor you can have in Europe legally. And I was worried that maybe it's not going to be enough power. I did a tour down the Pacific coast carrying 50 pounds. I was able to get 45 miles per battery climbing 3,500 feet at 11 miles per hour average. I had no issues with this for touring at all. I also recently discovered that this is considered a Class 1 motor. And these motor systems, this electric assist, is legal on all trails, even trails. You see it all the time where there's a sign that says, no motor vehicles allowed. Oh, this motor system is allowed. It does not have a throttle. I have to pedal to get anywhere. And so I know that I am legal on all the trails that I ride. So this motor system has 2 batteries. So the one on the right side is actually connected to the motor. I think they're 514 watt hours. And then this one, it's just a placeholder. I highly recommend having 2 batteries because you can see that I have my side seat mount bag here. This is my favorite accessory. So I keep my phone, my wallet, my keys, my camera gear. There's kind of a lot of stuff in this bag, and it can get a little bit heavy. And with the battery and this bag, the trike actually can feel a bit tippy. And so with the other battery, I have better weight distribution. So I have a pump bag. This is designed by TerraCycle, keeps my pump protected. So at one point I was thinking about getting a kitty, and I got this basket so I could have a kitty with me on my trike. Turned out it wasn't a good idea. There's just no good way of keeping a cat cool enough. But I love having this basket, and it's come in very handy. I've got my drone in here. Sometimes I keep my Insta360 camera on the stick back there. And you can see I've got a couple of flags. Car drivers love seeing the flags. And I also have a light. Let's see if I can turn it on. So this is made by TerraCycle, or at least I picked it up from TerraCycle. And what I really like is I don't have to get off the trike to turn this on. So maybe it's foggy, maybe I'm going through a tunnel and I feel like I need a little extra flashing light. I can just reach back and turn this on and off. I added a mirror for my cat so that I could keep an eye on it in the basket. But I actually really like having that mirror. I also have a mirror on my helmet, which I've always worn, and I really like that too. One of the big things about this trike is the suspension. So this trike just has a super smooth, quiet ride, and this suspension is really the reason why you would buy an HP Velotechnik. It's fantastic, and I've had absolutely no issues with it. I have Avid BB7 disc brakes, mechanical disc brakes. I think these are original. They are still working well. I have a hub light generator. This is a Sun. I ordered my trike with this. I've had it since day one, and it runs this light in front here. And I don't have to have batteries. Don't have to worry about batteries. I always have my light going on my trike. The other thing I added was pedal straps. And for years and years and years, I used SPD. I was clipped in, and my feet always fell asleep. It wasn't such a big deal. I put my feet down for 30 seconds, but Mel at Recumbent PDX suggested that I try out these pedal straps maybe 5-6 years ago. These are made by Black Star Bags, and that shop is actually right next to Recumbent PDX, and they're installed on Wellgo mountain bike pedals, and they're really comfortable. I can wear whatever shoes I want, and one of the things I really like about these pedal straps is they're thick and they hold their shape. So when I take my feet out of the pedals, they don't collapse. So a lot of the other pedal straps that are out there, they collapse when you get your feet out, so you have to reach up and pull them up to get your feet in. Yeah, these are really, really, really nice. Yeah, so one of the things that I really don't like about this trike is the fenders, and it's actually not the fenders, they're really good fenders, but the way they are attached. So let me go here, show you there's 2 screws here and just 2 prongs. And there's like a little collar that fits around under the suspension, and they just rattle loose so easily. My buddy Paul, my mechanic and friend, recently put some Loctite on these screws, and they seem to be holding a little bit better. And apparently the newer models of HP Scorpion have an improved method for installing these fenders, but that is not good. So what else can I show you? So here is the cockpit. So this is the motor controller, and then I've got my Garmin right here. So I've got it in trail mode, and going to boost or eco, and then I can just switch through all the different screens. I like having it in miles per hour. And I have a neck rest. I've had it for 10 years, and you can see that it's pretty chewed up, but I have a spare. I've had the spare for like 4 or 5 years, and I don't know, it seems to be holding up, so someday I'll replace it, but it's doing really well. All right, so I think that's it. I've given you guys a tour around my trike. You know what? I think my trike is doing really well. I mean, especially for 10 years old. This trike has taken me all over the world. I've been on 6 continents, in over 20 countries. I don't know how many miles, but at least 50,000. I think I'm going to get many more years of very comfortable riding. I have had wonderful support over the years from my trike shop, Recumbent PDX in Portland. My buddy Paul, he helps me with so many things, not just with my trike, but with my trailer. Oh my gosh, with this whole RV lifestyle, he's been aces. Other people have also been really helpful, like Zach Kaplan Cycles in Alameda. I've had him, you know, I just call him up and he helps me. Dana Lieberman down in Hollywood, I have had him do a bunch of different things to my trike. And, you know, every time I bring my trike to Portland, they just take care of things. They take care of things even before I notice that they need to be taken care of. And I rarely need anything from HP Velotechnik. I have called them a couple of times. I can remember being in Italy and my rear rack broke, and they shipped me one overnight from Germany. And it's very important to me that whatever trike manufacturer, whatever trike I'm riding, that I can count on that manufacturer to support me when I am on the road, really anytime. And they really have. It's been really good. So yeah, you guys, you have to let me know what you think about my trike, Myrtle the Turtle, and the tour that I just gave of Myrtle the Turtle. Please leave a comment in the comment section below, if for no other reason than to wish Myrtle a happy 10th birthday. Like, share, subscribe. Give my channel all the love you can. I really appreciate it. Please be safe, be healthy. I'll see you next time. All right, Myrtle. Let's go. Let's go for a ride.